Hello again. I'm doing another video, little demonstration on some of those larger chords you'll find in Chopin's second Ballade. And I'm starting with the second transitional, there's lots of transitional areas in this piece, but I'll just bring the music over to the camera for a second. So I'm looking at starting right about here. I hate bending music. So right about here and going pretty much just through these two lines. So just kind of looking at those giant chords. What can we do to relax into them? What can we do to work through them? And when we're looking at chords that are either 5-finger chords, 4-finger chords, or just their span an octave, we want to think about which of the inner fingers are we going to go for. And the reason why I bring this up is because when you pick one of the inner fingers, you're sort of mentally telling your body you're gonna go straight through the palm instead of trying to stress out the pinky via voice leading. And this is a piece that I learned probably a couple years ago, and I am now reworking with my coach, and it's a little bit harder to rework something than to learn something new with this when you're reworking your technique. So my voice leading is not great right now, is basically what I'm saying, because I'm just reworking this piece, and I kind of wanted to go through some of my thoughts about it. And that first chord is a little stretchy for me, so I'm not going to start with it. I'm going to kind of warm up into it a little bit. So we have G, C, and G. And the finger I'm going to go for is my 2. And I'm really, I'm not going to think about my 5. I'm definitely going to focus on that rotation into my thumb to make sure that everything's in alignment. But I'm going for my 2 to balance the palm. And my pinky is pretty much lateral with my thumb. Sometimes for certain chords, when I go back to this F sharp diminished chord in a little bit, your pinky will be a little bit higher up than the thumb, and that's okay. Sometimes it just has to be, depending on your length of your 5 or what have you. So I'm just doing a little turn towards my thumb, and then I'm just sending it straight in from my elbow like this. It's not too bad. And the analogy I recently came up with that I liked is sort of imagining that in order to relax the top of your palm, that your hand is spreading over the keys like pancake batter. Now, we don't want to lose the roof of our palm. We don't want it to collapse, but that's, again, why we kind of think about going for our 2 more than any other finger, because that palm's going to stay buoyant, but it's also not going to collapse. So now I'm going to go to the next chord. I still have a finger 2, but now I'm going into black notes. So black notes, I always struggled a little bit more with black note chords, but we just treat it the same that we would a white note chord. We're just turning into it, going for our middle finger, the finger that we choose that's in the middle of the hand. We're just going to turn into it and kind of basically floating right above those white notes. I'm not coming down from a very big angle. I'm just kind of sitting on top of the keyboard until I'm ready to just send it in from my elbow. Now, the next chord, we have 2 white notes and 2 inner black notes, which is really nice because that really helps maintain. Like sometimes with these types of black note chords, the roof can be, a little more tricky to maintain because the white note is lower than the 2 black notes, and these are shorter than. Anyway, this one's nice and easy, and I'm still just gonna go for my 2 right here. And now this this is another easy chord because everything is a black note. We don't have to worry about, you know, feeling like some of our fingers are in the valley and some of them are on top of the mountain. And I'm still just going for my 2. I'm not worried about my 5 at all. And now I'm going to come on out. And in between each chord, you want to kind of fold the palm into itself so that it has a momentary breath of relaxation. This is a nice easy chord too, because we're just keeping those black notes right in the middle. And at this point, I'm still going for my 2. This next chord, I'm still going to go for my 2. It's on a black note. And my 5 is right out on this ledge here. And I'm going for my 2. Just to make sure that my palm doesn't collapse. You know, we don't want anything collapsing. And the other super important when playing chords like this and going, you know, progressing from chord to chord, keep it loose in here. It should almost feel like you have like a little open space or something. Like I'm not sure how else to describe it, but it just feels like I have a little bubble or just like a little bit of open space in the crook of my elbow. Okay, I'm going to go back to the chord that I was talking about. Now, this chord is a little bit more, it's not more difficult. It's not any more difficult than other chords. But I definitely sometimes will get a mental block about it because my finger 5 is just so short, and the way the pattern of the white and black notes, and you know, whether it's a major third, minor third, major second between the notes can really kind of affect how I feel about it. And depending on my sort of mental playground for the day, I can really struggle with it. Today I'm not struggling with it as much, and it's good. I'm still stretching a little bit for it. So I'm just gonna pancake batter and just go down into it. Now I know my wrist is a little bit higher. My pinky for this chord, sorry, I'm really antsy again. My pinky for this chord is a little bit higher. It's not quite lateral with my thumb. It's a little bit higher than I would like it to be. But for the sake of being able to play all 4 notes, my pinky is just going to be a little bit higher up. Or, you know, what I might end up deciding to do is just modifying the chord like that. But I would really like to try and convince my brain that my palm can stay open. And again, I just try to think about, and that's a chord I'm still working on, but I just try to think about, you know, pancake batter. Now, if you're really struggling, land that octave, and you can kind of just keep it there with arm weight, and just move the fingers manually. And I know this seems really unnatural, but at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're teaching your palm to relax by kind of helping it out. Now, I know that seems really goofy, but it really does the trick sometimes. And now, there. You know, I mean, there it was, right there. It's in my hand. I just have to trust that it is. And yes, I know every once in a while I'll look because you know, this bottom knuckle, it used to collapse when I was working on chords. So I have to be very careful of not letting this bottom knuckle here collapse. Oh, I'm trying to think. So then we have this nice cluster chord over here, which is not difficult at all. And as we're going down, we want to fold in towards ourselves, not away from ourselves. Oops, sorry. So. voice leading's not great because I'm reworking this song, this piece, excuse me. And it's something like this kind of a thing right here. I'm really working on this transition because from here to there, that's not too difficult. You're going from, you know, white to one black in the middle. Now this isn't too bad either. It's this one where I have to come back out, that my palm is not wanting to splay open as easily. And I'm not quite sure, I haven't figured out why yet, but the answer is somewhere. And the key of all this is really picking which of these inner fingers you want to go for. Picking which inner finger you feel most comfortable, sending, like going straight through the middle of. And it's going to change from chord to chord. Like for this chord, I'm thinking about my 3, and then I'm just keeping that in mind of the 3. And then my 1, what's nice about this, my 1's getting replaced with my 2. And that's another thing I really like about working on these chords is you start, especially, you know, for students, really starting to see from chord to chord, what are the notes that stay the same, you know, what fingers are going to replace what fingers to make this easier on ourselves. Like here, we really don't have to worry about anything except those outer fingers changing their notes. Well, I'm trying to think if I've left anything out. From here to here, this is kind of nice. Our 5 is going to be replaced by that 3. So you have that anchor, and it's a turn away, land that, let that 3 replace that 5, and then just turn into that thumb and go forward from your elbow, and that's really all it's going to take. Yep. And yeah, my voice leading on this, like I said, is not great right now just because I'm in the process of reworking this piece.